Hey everyone! Hey everyone! I am trying out a new system to show you, be able to better show you how everything works. So let me know in the comments if you can see me and if you can hear me, and we'll go ahead and get started. I'm sorry that we're running so late today. We just had to set up a few extra things, but I really hope that it makes the crafting experience a little bit easier, makes more sense. So let me know if you can hear me, and we'll go ahead and get started. I want to go over first all of the supplies that we'll need, some helpful tips with working with faux leather and things like that. So let me just make sure we're here. I'm going to get caught up on comments as well. I can hear you, but not see you. Oh, well, that is a problem. Let's see what we can do. All right, can you see anything now? Can you see my computer? Or see me? Let me hear you, not seeing you. There is no video. Gosh darn it, let's see what is happening with that if we can't fix it. Shows a camera with a line through it. That doesn't help us, does it? Let's see. Sorry, like I said, I'm trying something new where we'll be able to see me, and you can't hear me. See, I have an overhead camera to see if that helps. Let's go in here and see if I can change the settings here. Let's see. It's, How about anything now? Let me know if you see anything now. Okay, I'm seeing me on the screen. Are you seeing me on the screen? And is it working or is it choppy? You'll have to let me know. Okay, let me know because what I'm seeing on the screen is super choppy. So you'll have to let me know, is it running smooth or is it running choppy? Really choppy. Dang it. Okay, I think what we're going to do is we're going to just go back. Well, we're going to give it like 1 minute to see if it just needs some time to get like acclimated and if it's doesn't freeze as much, and then we might have to restart if it doesn't work. Let's see. Is it getting better at all now? How are we? I'm going to check it out. It looks like it's a little bit better now. What do you guys think? Is it better or is it still really choppy? I guess I should keep talking and let me know. Okay, so what I'm seeing on the screen looks like it's pretty good, but I also think that I am like 5 seconds behind. So you might be hearing this 5 seconds later. A little bit better. Okay, we're going to keep going. I just might be a little bit late with getting with the comments and things like that. So it's very laggy. Okay, how about this? Is the audio and the video matching up? So with my lips moving, are you seeing what I'm saying? There's the right word. Seeing what I'm saying. It's getting better. Okay. I think it's just taking a minute to acclimate. So let me get caught up on the comments really quick. And then I want to show you this kit that I got from Amazon. By the way, it is no way at all sponsored. I just really love this kit. So looks like we have a lot of people that are here each week and on Alex's lives and 143's lives and Michael's lives. We have Elizabeth and Kristen and Renee and Roseanne. Thank you all for viewing. Let's see. We have Kathy on here as well. And I think I saw Jennifer too and Kayla. Hello, everyone. So, but some static sound. Okay, let's see. I'm turning off my fan. Come on. And see if that helps with this sound. I have a mic up here. So, all right. I hope that helps with the sound. But let me go ahead and show you this kit. So this is a kit that comes from Amazon. It's like 16 bucks. And it literally is like the perfect earring making kit because you get a ton a faux leather sheet. So you get like the chunky glitters, all the fun chunky glitters they have. So these are like super chunky, and then you have like some not so chunky. And then you have like your regular faux leather, and there, I'm showing it so I could, but there's actually, hold on. The whole reason I did this is so I can show you everything. So are you seeing this now? Let's see. I don't think you're seeing this now because it is not switching over. I don't know why. Dang it. Now we're trying to figure this out because the camera up here that I'm trying to show you. Again, we're learning as we go. So if I turn that off. Okay, so you can still see me, but let's see if we can switch to overhead and see what you see now. Ah, there we go. Okay, so we can see overhead. So I want to show you this to you. Look at all of these colors that they have. This is like my favorite color. So like different colors, holiday, every occasion. And then they also have some like holographic. You have your different patterns. So a ton of different faux leathers. Hard to see the letter because this camera is wanting to zoom in. Okay. I'm going to put it down here. It's like every time I move, this camera is wanting to go blurry. Come on. Stop being blurry. That's just not going to work. So we're going to go back to this. And I will just show you here as much as I can. So, but it comes with a nice big fat stack of faux leather. But then you also get your toolkit, which literally has every tool that you need for making earrings. So you have this kit that comes with a bunch of different colors of hardware. You can see up there, it has the ring tool, which is super handy. It also has these little scissors. So like if you don't have a cutting machine, these are really good for cutting leather. It has some tweezers, which come in handy if you need help, like getting, if your machine is cutting out the circles and you need help getting that out. It has that. And then it has your tool for your jewelry pliers. So I have linked that in the video if you want to use that. We are going to be using this. So these, let me show you. These sheets here, these like just regular color sheets, are very comparable to the 143 brand. 143's is definitely better, but the backing is the same on those. So let me show you the difference. It's going to be really hard to show you the difference on these. Let me see if I can get this overhead one to work again without being fuzzy. Okay, so this one here has like a fabric backing. You can kind of tell this one is more like paper. So it's paper thin. This is a fabric. And then your chunky one, sorry, it's so blurry, guys, is even thicker. So there's like 3 different types of faux leather. This one here, which is just your plain, so basically any of the ones that you can get from 143 vinyl, these cut great on the faux leather setting. If you have faux leather that has like a fabric backing like this one, the best setting I found is denim bonded, just regular. You don't have to change the default. And then this chunky one works really well, denim bonded with more pressure. And I wanted to show you today, I'm going to be working on the Air 2. You can do this on any Cricut machine. However, if you do have the Joy, these last 2, so the ones with the fabric backings and the chunky ones, do not work super great with the Joy because you do need a strong grip mat to cut those, and they just kind of go, they slide all over the place on the Joy. So if you're using paper thin faux leather, it works on the Joy, but if you have any that have like that fabric backing or the thicker leathers or faux leathers, I should say, do those on the Air 2 or the Maker or the Explore 3 or the Maker. I'm just getting caught up with everything. Yep, so these are little scissors. Open these yet. So these are some super strong scissors. These come in handy too, like if you want to cut your material down to size. These are already super small, so I'm going to not worry about cutting these down to size. But if you didn't have, like if you're using a bigger piece of faux leather, like the 12 by 12 sheets from 143 has 12 by 12 sheets, you could use these. And then this tool is the same as the one from 143. It's just a little bit smaller. So I want to pop into Design Space. and show you a few things. So we're going to make a couple different pair of earrings tonight. I want to show you how to work with, if we did, I had all these earrings and now they're gone. Oh, they're there. Okay. So we'll go over a few things. We'll go over like sizes. So these earrings are super small. These are the ones that I have on the preview. They're really small. So these are like good for little girls. But they're two-sided. So I'm going to show you how to do this, how to make two-sided earrings. But then we have some bigger ones that are like the different layers. So you have one, you have your faux leather, and then you have the chunky leather. So I'll show you how to make those as well. But let's hop into Design Space and do some designing first. I'm going to open up Design Space and then make sure that you guys can actually hear me in Design Space. All right, so I see Design Space. Oh, it is mirrored. That is not going to work. Let's fix that setting really quick because it is backwards. Let's fix that. Well, I'm not showing it as mirrored on mine. Let me see if it is here. All right, so everything's basically the same. I still need to fix that though, because it's going to be so confusing to watch if we don't fix it. Nope, we don't want that. This is what we want. Did that fix it, or are we still backwards? We're still backwards. Oh, you don't see it mirrored. Fantastic. I don't know what I'm worried about because I'm seeing it when I'm working in Design Space on mine. So if it's not mirrored, fantastic. So I have linked to the butterfly file in the video. We're just going to go ahead and use that file for this one. So we're going to add it to Canvas for our first one. And when it gets there, you'll see that it defaults to 2 inches. I cut this at the default size. And like I said, they were a little small. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the height on that to 2.5 inches. Oops, it was not locked. So let me fix that really quick. Move this aside so I can use my keyboard. Okay. So I'm going to change the height from 2 inches tall to 2.5 inches, and that makes it 1.25 inches wide. And that is just one earring. So we need to duplicate that. So here's our second earring. And I'm going to go to flip up here on the top. And I'm going to flip it horizontal. So then we have our 2 earrings. So if we were to do this right now, we would have the purple, or that would be HTV. But I do want to make a double layer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just select the light purple background and I'm going to click duplicate. And I am going to make that the same color as the darker purple. So basically whatever color HTV we're going to use for the front is going to be on the back. I'm going to do the same thing over to the other side. We're going to change that from, oops, just kidding. I didn't duplicate it. Let's duplicate it first and then change that color. So now we basically have 6 pieces we're going to cut. We're going to cut 2 of the larger pieces for each side, so 4 of those, and then 2 of the smaller pieces. I'm going to go double check comments really quick before we go any further. Keeps getting staticky. Okay. I'm thinking when views is when it gets staticky. So I'm going to go really slow for these next few steps. We're going to just click make it. I'm going to make sure my machine is on. And we have our designs here. When I'm working with, so obviously this is HTV, so we need to make sure that this is mirrored. But when I'm working with faux leather, I also like to cut it with the nice side down. So I'm going to mirror this one as well. So make sure that both are mirrored. And then I just want to show you what cut settings I am going to use. Again, we're just using the basic faux leather here. So I'm going to cut this on the faux leather setting. and we're ready to cut. Let me go back here. I'm going to take you off of my screen. And okay, can you all see me now? I am going to clear off my space here really quick and go overhead so I can show you. Actually, I need to decide what color earrings I'm going to make because I had not decided yet. I am thinking for these butterflies, let's see. So these, I just grabbed a couple of fun different HTVs to use, so you all have to help me. I have a holographic HTV. I have the twinkle that I used in the other one. And then I just have this like aquamarine glitter. So I'm going to get caught up on my chats again. So we said green. All right, so if we did the green, what color should I use? What about, I don't need that. What about this pink with this green? What do we think of these together? I think that looks good. Okay, so we're going to do the aquamarine glitter and the pink. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Design Space really quick and see how much of this green I need. Let me move everything else aside because I really don't need the rest of this right now. Don't need my tools. So I'm going to cut this. I'm going to switch y'all to overhead so you can see what I'm doing. And just hope that this darn camera does not keep zooming in and out. So I am going to go back to my Design Space, and I need it to be 6 inches. We're going to do 6 by 4. So I'm just going to cut this down to size. I like to do the shorter size first, so that way I have a larger, big piece of HTV or whatever material we're cutting. So we have that. Let's set this aside. And then we'll cut this down. And I don't need my earrings or these other bags. So let's get all of this out of the way. Cut this down to 6. Okay, so we have this. I'm going to just use this piece as is because it's already smaller. Don't need these. Okay, let me check in on the comments really quick to make sure you can all see everything and it's not blurry. I'm lost. Exactly. Yeah, so this is glitter HTV. You can kind of see it better here. So this is going to be on the front of the earrings and also on the back. I'll show you as we're putting it together. So let me move my machine over here, and I am just going to use, I'm going to just use my standard, or my strong grip mat for both of them. This is kind of a use. You can see it's not super sticky. Strong grip mat. So I feel comfortable using that for both. Come on, stop zooming in and zooming out for both of those. Let's see if I can't fix it. You guys can see my mess of my floor. Okay, that looks to be a little, it keeps zooming. Why? Okay, I put my hand here. It focuses, yes, and doesn't zoom. Okay, so let me go back to Design Space and see which one wants to cut first. Faux leather, I want to cut this one. So when I am doing this, I'm going to put my faux leather nice side down, and then I like to use painter's tape to tape it down just to make sure it doesn't move. If you have a brand new strong grip mat, that shouldn't be an issue. Like I said, mine is very well used. If you are doing like the chunkier glitters, even if you have a brand new mat, I suggest taping it down because those have a hard time sticking to the mat. We're going to do this. We're going to open this up. Loader in. Oops. My tape might cut that. Where did those nice sharp scissors go that I had with this? There they are. I'm going to cut this tape right here so it doesn't interfere. Okay. Just didn't want that to get messed right there. And we are going to start cutting the faux leather. Let's make sure. Okay, yep, it's a faux leather. I'm going to get caught up on comments as this is cutting. I love purple and teal together too. So maybe I'll have to see while this is cutting if we have a purple. I don't think we have a purple issue. Oh, we do. So what do we think if we did another one with this? What do you all think of this color together? Do we like that? Oh, no, you don't have to move the star rails. I just had them moved because I was cutting, I think I was cutting wood or, yeah, I was cutting wood, and you do need to move it for that. I just never moved them over because it's been a while. Now, I do like to say double check before you unload it to make sure it's cut through. It has cut through, so we're good there. So I'm going to unload my mat. I'll just peel this off. And you can see that that faux leather setting was perfect for these. Okay, so we're going to make this, and then, or actually, you know what? I might save this for another one because I do really like that purple too. So I think I'm going to do the purple, guys. We're going to just have 2 sets of that. But we're going to cut our glitter HTV. Let me go over to Design Space really quick and change my settings to glitter HTV. Oops, I passed it. Glitter iron-on. I do for the glitter iron-on. Usually I haven't cut with the Explore Air. I'm going to do it on default, but sometimes I have to run it. No, I'm going to switch it to more because I feel like I have that issue. We're going to just go with more. Usually the glitter iron-on, the Caesar glitter, I don't have any issues with my maker machines, but sometimes with the Air I do. So we're going to leave that. Looks like we had an issue with these cutting the hole through. Maybe not. Maybe it just didn't. Oh, we did. No, there we go. So we're able to get that. So this is where these scissors will come in handy. So you can see here, I'll try to show you here, that it didn't like completely cut through. Let's see if I can zoom in and show you guys. See how that's kind of stuck there? It doesn't help that my fingers are the same color. So what I'm going to do is I just came with, and I'm going to just push this up and pull it apart and cut that. And then we have our cut. And then of course, just take off the painter's tape from the back. You send them to me. I totally can. Kathy, send me an email and I will send these over to you because I am not a big earring fan. Like, not fan, I just don't, well, I am an earring fan, but I have babies that like to pull my earrings. I haven't worn jewelry in 10 years. Okay, I am going to check here really quick to make sure that this cut all the way through. So let's see. Okay, we look good. You can't really see here, but you can see as I peel, that is done. So we're going to go ahead and unload this, take this off, and then while I'm weeding this, we are going to cut these purple. Cut these purple, cut this purple. I promise. Okay, hold the phone. I'm just feeling the texture. I think this will be fine for the faux leather setting. It felt a little bit thicker, but I think we'll be okay. Did I not read everything, Kathy? Okay. I didn't finish reading that you lost 2 cents. I am so sorry, Kathy. I cannot even imagine. That is like my worst nightmare. My kids too, they all said that I am not allowed to die until they die. And I said they can't die until I die. So we have that discussion going on who gets to go first. Okay, let me change the pressure on this back to faux leather. We're going to load it in and cut this out, and we can weed our designs, our other designs as we go. I'll try to get caught up on comments if I missed anything. You should see some of the botched text messages that I send. All right. Am I missing one? I am missing. Let's see. I'm missing another one. Let's just press this down. These are weeding pretty easily. which makes me happy. Just got to get these center holes out. All right, and then I'm going to take some scissors. I'll just use, no, I don't want to get these sticky. So I'll use these scissors, and I'm just going to cut these apart because we don't need them attached. All right, so I want to know who all is making earrings with us tonight. Let me know in the comments. Also, I have linked, if you don't know, that this is the first week of our spring Cricut craft challenge. So I've linked in the description of the video our Facebook group. So it's going to go for 6 weeks. But if you make any type of faux leather or HTV project this week, so between this previous Monday and next Thursday, post a picture in the group, and we're doing giveaways every week. Set these aside, and then as soon, because I have a ton of stuff plugged in right here, I am going to unplug my machine when it's done and plug in my Easy Press Mini. I do not want, oh no, attention. It is cutting out the other design on this faux leather. Darn it. I don't want to cancel it now, but that's okay because we can use that second set as our faux leather. It's all going to work out. I want to make sure that this did cut through though, because I'm not necessarily seeing. Okay, we're good. So we're going to unload that, take this off. So I wasted some of the sheet, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to have to clean that off in a little bit so we can make our next set of earrings. But for right now, I'm just going to peel these off and set this aside. Let me shut down this and let's back up. We're going to turn this off, unplug this one, set her aside. And then I'm going to plug in my Easy Press. Okay, so do you know the different heat settings on the Easy Press Mini? Like, do you know what the different lines mean? So the different lines are basically a range of temperatures. I'm doing it to the second line. So it doesn't say that it's going to like reach the top temperature. So the bottom line, if you have just one line, that is up to 295 degrees. The second line is 300 to 350, and the third line is 350 to 400. So basically any material in that range should work with the Easy Press Mini on that heat setting. So we're going to wait for that to heat up. Let's see. Kathy said, I completely forgot about the craft challenge. I'm still recovering from surgery, but hopefully I can get something done by next Thursday. I hope that your recovery goes well, Kathy. Surgery can be a nightmare. Recovery. So that's weird. The second one, I had that same cut issue. So I'm wondering, like the same, come on. We have that there. But yes, I hope you can get it in. I don't do the drawings until Friday. So even if it's like Friday morning, you're still good. Kristen said she's making earrings. Elizabeth said not making earrings tonight, but going to order this kit. I'll be making something when I get my order. Yeah, very nice. Yes, there are so many fun, different options here. I like that it includes the earring hardware and there's lots of different colors for the hardware. So what we're going to do first is we are going to put our backer on our earrings. So I'm just going to line this up. Renee said she was trying to craft along but got totally messed up. I'm sorry, Renee. I hope I am not the one that messed you up. I very well could have been. If you have any questions, definitely reach out to me and I'm happy to help. So I'm just going to line this up here on the back. But what I'm going to do is and this is not being super sticky, so I am going to grab some heat resistant tape so that when I get this lined up where I want it, I can tape it down so it does not move. Alex recommended me that heat tape dispenser, and I have that on order. I cannot wait for it to get here. So Kayla, to enter, you literally can make anything with HTV or faux leather. So it doesn't have to be earrings, and you don't have to use HTV and faux leather. It's just HTV or faux leather. So I'm going to line this up here, exact same size, so they should line up well. And then I am going to put this tape on this side as well as this side. Okay, so I have it lined up here. I don't know if you can see that. But I'm going to flip it over to make sure that I don't see purple on this side, and that is good. And I'm going to press it on the bottom and the iron on, or HTV on top. Make sure that I'm not getting that heat resistant tape on there. I'm just going to do this for about 15 seconds. And I am going to let this one completely cool before I peel it. Making sure I get all of the edges on there. Okay, so I think we're good. I'm going to set this aside and then line this one up as well. Let me get some heat resistant tape. Renee said she just did a butterfly mug. I think they're like, you cannot go wrong with butterfly anything when it comes to crafting. They are so, butterfly anything is fun to craft. So we are going to line this up, make sure everything is lined up straight. As long as it looks straight on this side, and then we're going to look on the back side. So it looks straight here. I don't see any green here. Try to zoom in. I don't see any green. And I don't see any purple. Oh, hold on. Okay. I don't see any purple here, so I'm going to do the same thing up as I set it down. I did. Okay, so it's good to just double check as you're going to make sure that you're not missing, that it hasn't moved or shifted. The heat resistant tape should work, but as you know, sometimes things move. And then we're just going to do this for 15 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to let this one cool. Oops, it would help if I had that the right way. And I'm going to peel the backer off of this one. Okay, so there is that. Had a little bit of a nick there. I'm wondering, hopefully we don't have that with this one. Okay, we must have done something wrong because we didn't have it with this one. And there's that. So I guess I can show you this. So there's this and that. So we have our two-sided, and now we're going to just attach our front of our butterflies. So let's flip these over and just line these up here. It's a little bit harder to see on the darker color. Come on. Oh, it would help if I was like, I'm like, these are not lining up at all. It's because I had the wrong one on. Okay. Nothing there. I want to make sure that I'm not getting the HTV over the hole for the hardware. Okay, so these are ready to go. What is our issue here? It's hanging off a little bit. Okay. All right, just double checking these to make sure they are good, and then we're going to just do, I'm going to do 10 seconds on these. Ah, that one. Okay. Renee says her computer's not cooperating. Mine hardly ever does either. And is it, you said, Kristen said YouTube's being super, Uh-oh. One of my faux leathers melted. That is not good. No! Darn it. Let's see if you guys can see this. So I can fix that part right there. You lost a little bit of faux leather there. That's what I get for not paying attention on the time. This one turned out okay. Okay. But I think that turned out, and then you have that, so they match. But we lost an earring. Dang it, I'm gonna have to remake these. But I do like this color together. It does look good. So let's go ahead and open up our earring kit. With this, I think, what do you guys think with this? Should we do, we have, I think, 3 different colors. Come on, let's get this earring hardware unstuck. Okay, so do you think the hold on, silver, the like bronzy look, I guess that's kind of hard to see, or there's like a nickel? Hold on, let me put this up there. So which one of these should we do? Should we do 1, 2, or 3? I don't think like you can go run the darker one, like the darker brown one, Kristen, this one here. Do you think? Okay, so 1. Okay, we're going to do 1. And then I saw your question today. How did you attach the 2 pieces together? Let me put these away so I don't lose them. So actually, these are not 2 pieces. So this is faux leather, or not faux leather, gosh. This is glitter HTV, and this is glitter HTV, and this is leather. So we have basically 1 piece of leather in between 2 pieces of HTV. So everybody is saying the first one, and I am going to agree with you. I'm going to turn this off right now because I don't need it. And let me get the hardware that goes with them and the ring tool. I like to use the ring tool in conjunction with the jewelry tool. So we're going to do that here. So if you've never used, so just so you know, this one is a little bit smaller than, like, diameter, is that the right word? Than the 143 vinyl one. This one does not fit on my finger, and the 143 vinyl one does. So what I'm going to do, so there's these, let's see if I can show you without the camera going crazy. So you see these slits here? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the earring hardware, if you've never seen this before, in one of these slits, and I'm just going to pull. So I'm pulling towards me, and you see that it opens up the hardware so that I can put the earring in it. So I'm going to put my earring in the hardware, so the earring itself and the earring hardware. Oh, these have got 2 different ones too. Let me make sure I get matching ones. Is that matching? That is. And then I'm going to put my earring hardware in. So I've got both. And then I like to use, at this point, I like to use the jewelry pliers. So you have the bigger gap here, but then you have a smaller gap up here. Okay, so you have like the big gap here, a smaller gap in the middle, and the tweezers. I just like to take in between this, in the middle gap, and I am going to get these 2 pieces together. Sorry if you can't see that. And I'm just going to attach them. So that everything is not as attached as it should be. Let's see if I can't attach it. I'm going to try to use the ring tool. This is where I always get lost, not lost, but stuck with the ring tool, is I can never attach it as well. Okay, so there we go. So there is our hardware on our 1 earring. Let's do the same thing on the other one. So I'm going to do this down here, and hopefully it'll be a better angle. So you just find where the opening is for your hardware. Right here, you put it in the slot and you pull it towards you. And then you can see that there's the, let's see, then you can, well, try to show you so you can see. There's a gap there. I promise there's a gap. You'll be able to see when I put the earring in. Do that, and then earring back in. And then we take the 2 and we just combine them. We'll just use our jewelry hardware to combine them. Oops, there we go. So there, let me take this off, get rid of my, so minus burning one of our earrings, we have our earrings done. So we have, this is the front, this is the back, and I think they turned out really cute. All right, let me cut up on comments, and then we are going to do another earring. We're going to do a layered one this time, so I'm not going to need a heat press. We are just going to be using the faux leather on this. Roseanne says, I usually give the attachment job to my husband. Roseanne, I had to have my husband show me like 7 times when I first started using this, and I had him give me a refresher course today so that I like didn't mess up on the live. So I hear you there. My husband is a saint for dealing with me. I love them. I never even would have known where to start before this. Hey, I'm glad that this has helped. And I hope that you get feeling better soon, Kathy, so you can get crafting. When doing this, just be sure to open the jump rings back to front and not apart. Yes, that is a great tip, Kristen. Back to front and not apart. So if you open them apart, it is very hard to get them to like attach, like to meet back. Come on. So I'm going to close this up so I don't lose anything. Now let's decide on, so I'll give you 2 options for the next earrings. We're going to do a layered one, like, I'm going to put my mat back here because I need to start cleaning this off. Where are the other earrings that I made? Okay, well, I'm just going to show you here. So I can show you how to make some really fun layered ones with this faux leather and this chunky glitter. Unfortunately, this is not available anymore, but it's super cute. I don't know if you can tell, but it is Little Mermaid. So I think this is really fun. So we can use this one, or we can use the sets from, or the faux leather that came in the sets. So should we make a Little Mermaid one, or should we pick some of the chunky glitters from here and make it? So Little Mermaid or the kit. Let me get all of the chunky. I think that's all we have for the chunky ones on there. Okay, stop zooming in. Stop zooming in. I think there's just, the problem that it zooms in is when I have so much stuff on here, it has a lot to zoom in. Oh, you said you haven't crafted 2 weeks. I am so sorry. Crafting is my therapy. So I definitely need to craft on a regular basis. Okay, so we're going to do the kit. So here are our 5. Oh, we got 6. We've got 6 super glittery colors. This is what I am leaning towards because I absolutely love these colors together. I'll let you guys pick. I am thinking, this is the back and this is the front. What do you guys think? So there's a set that we could do together, or if we wanted to do a pink, we could do like that or that. That pink would go with a lot, like basically any of these, I think. We could do a blue with this, or we do have these colors, which would look really, I think that would look good. This blue might look good with this silver too. So we've got some votes for the Little Mermaid. We'll make both. How about that? We've got plenty of time. Oh, no, we don't. It's okay. We can make both, though. I am down to do that. So let's do, I think the blue with the purple pink. Okay, so this blue with this one. Yeah? Ooh, I like that. Yellow with the aqua, yellow with the blue, blue with the silver. Gosh, I'm going to be making earrings all day. So let me see. We're going to do these 2 together. So why don't we do these since it's a little bit different? Okay, see, now there's too much stuff, and that's when the camera decides to go crazy. So let's go ahead and go into Design Space, and I will show you how to find the rest of the designs that we'll be doing are in Design Space. Let me grab my keyboard and switch y'all over to Design Space so that the camera stops going crazy. Okay, so here we are in Design Space. I'm also going to give it a second to like catch itself because remember that it does have some struggles when it switches over. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete these. We don't need that anymore. I'm also going to double check to make sure you can see everything. Okay, so we're going to go to Images, and I am just going to search Faux Leather Earrings. And there are a ton of designs that pop up. So if we click into this first one, like right here, so if you click these three buttons here, you go to View Image Sets, it will show you all of these. And these are like, so these are decorative. These have more like hangy. So maybe we'll do one of these decorative ones, and then we will do one of the other ones. So if we are doing, I'm just thinking, I don't know if these are going to look so good with the teal. If you guys are seeing anything that looks good, maybe this. How about this? That's going to be, we could make those attach. That could look good. We might do the triangle ones. What if, okay, so I am thinking, I want to keep this basic for myself and for everybody. So we're going to just do two colors. I'm going to go back, and if you scroll down here, so you have like all of the decorative ones, but then you go down and you have, come on, you do have some more basic ones. So like if we click this one, for example, go to View Image Sets. So you have Geometric. That's not the one I was looking for. I'm going to go back to Image. Let me also see the comments that we have. Hearts. I like the hearts. Okay, so we're going to do the hearts. Let's go into this one, and we'll go back and find the hearts. And where are our hearts? This one right here. So I think if we're going to do this one, which I'm totally good with, we might not do the aqua and yellow because we have three different colors. So I'm going to switch us back to this so we can pick colors. So we have the three different colors here. So I think we need, okay, come on. We can stop focusing. If we did this and we want three different colors, what if we did those together? Or what if we did that? What do you guys think about these three for the hearts? So we have the blue, like the navy blue paper thin. We've got the metallic paper thin, and then we've got a pink chunky. Okay, so let's do that. So for this, now I need to get my hair back on and plug her back in. Oops. So let me get my hair back on the table. Come on, where are we? There we go. My sweet husband is viewing and he says, uncheck in my system running autofocus. So there's got to be an autofocus option. I might have him come in and help me. So properties. No, that's not it. Oh. I'm just going to see if we can fix the autofocus or have him come in and fix the autofocus option. Okay. He's going to have to come in and fix it because I have no idea where it is. So we're going to just get crafting and he can come fix it. And then hopefully we won't get the blurriness. So we are going to go back into Design Space. Let me switch this back over to Design Space so you guys can see what I'm doing. Give it a minute to catch up. And then I'm also going to get caught up on comments. Kathy said, I like the other 3 on the table. Which other 3 did I have? Okay, so I've got lots of options. So, I know, I'm kind of not liking that metallic. Kind of, what if we're going to switch back to overhead again? And where are we? What do we think about these 3? So I'm thinking this would be the back one, or maybe we'd have one of these. What do we think of those 3? We like those 3 better? So go with this. Do we like the pinks or do we like the blues? Which one? Here, we're going to put this here. Move this. Which set do we like better? Pinks or the blue and the silver? So let's decide on that while we go back to Design Space and look at sizing. So these are already 2.5 inches high, which is perfect. I'm not going to do anything on the back of these. We could put faux leather, or we could put HTV on the back, but we're going to just leave it as is because we're trying to keep it as simple as possible. Let me go see what the vote is. Blue, pinks, pinks. Kristen said, will the electrofoil work on leather? That's a great question, Kristen. I'm going to have to try it. I think it would, and that would look pretty cool. Pinks, blues. We've got a mix of pinks and blues. I think we're going to go with the pinks because this is like hearty. Let's go with pinks, and then we'll do something else with this one. This is a hard part when it comes to crafting for me, is I just want to make all of the things. So we're going to go back to Design Space since we decided which one we're going to use. Click Make It. And remember, we do want to, and I am going to, so I don't have to switch mats. Hold on. I'm going to make a note of which ones are which color. Okay. So I think, let's see. I'm going to actually, sorry guys, I keep switching back and forth between the Design Space and the camera, but I want to get your thoughts on this. Should we do it in this order? So we have this super chunky on the back. Okay, stop focusing. And then just the regular faux leather and this, or should we do the faux back and then this? So which do you like better? Do you like the hot pink on the back or more of like the peach on the back? Which one do you all think? Because I am like torn on both of them. We'll see. Anyways, so I am going to, while we decide on that, I'm going to go back into Design Space so you guys can see what I'm doing. I want to cut this all on one mat. I don't want to have to keep unloading and loading the mat. So we're going to click Make It. And I am going to move all of these over to the one mat. So we're going to click these 3 buttons up here and click Move Object. I'm going to just move it to the first mat and hit Confirm. And then you do need to move it so it doesn't come on top. And we're going to just move this down to the bottom. And then we're going to do the same thing to this one. Hit the 3 buttons, Move Object, move it to our first mat, Confirm. And what's cool is you can also rotate it. So I am going to rotate this one so it's like 90 degrees and put that there. I also, when I do this, I like to line it up on the line so that I know where to put my pieces. So let me see what your comments are on which should be the chunky one in the back, chunky one in the back. Okay, so the chunky one is going to be on the back. We have all that as is here when we're talking about glitter. I am going to cut these. The materials that I'm using is denim bonded more pressure. So we have the bonded denim. Switch you back to this so you can see what I'm doing. I'm also going to switch over to make sure I can get caught up on comments. Kristen, you read my mind. I bet you typed that right when I was thinking that. So that's why we switched it over for the different setting. Okay, stop with focusing. There we go. Super buffering. Good now. Buffering now too. Okay. So I'm going to give it a minute to get caught up. I am just going to put these faux leathers down. And actually, I think I'm going to cut. No, we'll be fine because these are smaller sizes. And we're going to tape everything down. And I'm just going to tape these down to our mat. Okay, so we've gotten back. I think it starts to buffer when I switch from camera angles, or not camera angles. I guess camera angles is the right word. So I'll just remember that for next time, and I'll just like take a pause. Okay, so we're just taping these down. I am going to tape this down here too, in the middle, and then the top and the bottom. Okay, so we've got our designs taped down. Let me, before I ruin anything, where'd my mouse go? I'm going to make sure that I am cutting the right one, which we are, and it's mirrored. Okay, and we're going to click go. Okay. Yes, we're cutting the right one, so it'll just take us a minute to get these going. Chris says she had typed that in the video, froze. It was obviously thinking the same thing. What color is your Cricut? I wanted that for my kitchen aid. So this is called Sunflower, I believe. It was a Michael's exclusive. Whoa, these are going to be some big earrings. 2.5 inch tall. Might not have been the best option for this one, but I think it'll turn out cute. Yeah, so it's called Sunflower. My bar stools actually are like the exact same color as this. I love teal. So these are my two favorite cuties here. I have my teal cutie and my sunflower cutie are my two absolute favorite colors ever. So that's why I love, one of the reasons I love the Joy so much is the color of it. And we are just about done on this one, I believe. So when you do the more pressure, it does do 3 passes, and that I found is perfect for this chunkier, glitter. I think we're good, but I am going to double check just to make sure that we have these coming. Okay, yep, so that one is good. Let's check this. Okay. Yep, we're good. So I'm going to go ahead and unload my mat. Take the tape off. Yes, so this is all with the fine point blade. You don't need to use the deep point blade or anything with these. All right, come on. Let me get these off the mat. So this is the chunkier one. We'll call this one like super chunky. And the other one is just kind of chunky. But there are those two. I know I need to still take the tape off. But I need to get this pink loaded on. And then I just need to get some painter's tape and tape it down. And then this one we are going to do, we're just going to do the faux leather setting on this one because it is paper thin. I don't know why they call it paper thin because this is definitely thicker than paper, but it's like not super fabric-y. Yeah, they are going to be big earrings. These are going to be very big earrings. Statement pieces, right? So let me go ahead and go into Design Space really quick and change my setting to faux leather. With default pressure, we have mirror on, and we are good to go. There we go. So I'm just going to go ahead and just take off the painter's tape on these. Oops. And the holes on these are a lot smaller than the other ones, so I might have to put these through. That's fine. I'm going to have to cut off some of this stringy fabrics here too. I've got tape sticking to me, but I've got some fuzz sticking there that I'm going to cut off. All right. Oops, I should have checked that, but I'm like 99.9% sure that it cut through, and it did. So we're going to just take this off. Do you know, my husband's in here, do you know where to change the settings on OBS? I think we're okay. We're almost done. So next week we will fix it so that we are not popping in and out and we're not all getting motion sickness from Sydney's lives. Okay. So we are done with our Cricut. I'm going to go into Design Space and close this out. So I can turn the Cricut off. Let's make sure you guys can still see everything. Renee says she's finally cutting her earrings. Yay! I cannot wait today. So these holes for the Cricut ones were smaller than the uploaded ones. So what I'm going to do once I get all of the tape off is I'm just going to use this tool. You can totally do, I just had this one out. You can use a pin pen if you have it, stab and grab tweezers. I'm just pushing this through where the hole was and just kind of putting my blade in a little bit further. There, I'll see if you can zoom in to make that hole just a little bit bigger. Do the same thing here. And this is still attached, which is, oh, there we go. So that's going to go there. We have our tiniest heart. We'll make that a little bit bigger. And those would be cute just like that. But we're going to add our third layer of chunky in. It's kind of hard to see it on the chunky side, so I'm just going to push this here. Really make that one a whole lot bigger so I can see what I am doing on that. Okay. So now that we have these done, where is my hardware kit? There it is. We can decide what color hardware we're going to do. I think these will look good. Oh my goodness, this is a big tangle. So I think between these two, you guys will have to help me vote. Okay, so this is going to be number 1, and this is going to be number 2. So number 1, number 2, what do you all think? I think the silver, this one. Do we think the brighter one? Number 1? Okay. So y'all are saying, oops, I said this was number 2. So we're going to go with this one. Yeah? Let's see. I think that one, that is more, well, I guess, I don't know. This is shiny. I'm trying to think like what number, half the voice. We're going to go with this one, I think. We're going to try it. So we have our hardware out. Let's go ahead and get our jump rings. Going to put this on and open. Find our jump ring. Okay. So when I'm doing multiple layers like this, I like to go through the thickest layer first because it can be the most difficult sometimes. So you're just going to push this through. Come on. All right, there we have it through there. It's so hard to see. There we go. Kind of see. And then we're going to do our next layer. Two. Come on. And then last but not least, come on, our third layer. Perfect. So we've got all 3 of those on there. Then we are going to just add our hardware. And then we're going to, I'm going to just fold that down so that I can get a clear. Fold on the other side too. Oops, oops. We lost our earring. Okay, so we have our earring on there. We're going to push this down. It's kind of hard to get on here just with all the layers, but we'll make it work. Did we get it? Oh, we didn't get it. Hold on. So close. I'm going to try putting this on the front so that I can push that down and then I can seal these closer. Okay. All right. What do we think of that? I think just cute. I don't like these are really big. Where are the other ones that we made? I don't know if I would wear that. Again, I'm not a big earring person. Where are other ones we made so I can compare, show you the comparison. Darn it, what happened to them? We made them. There we go. So here's the other ones. So they're quite a bit bigger than that. Yes, they are definitely a statement. These would be statement earrings for sure. But I and have a young women's group at church, and I'm sure, oops, I forgot to take off this one. I'm sure some of those girls would love these. So that is probably where they will go. Kathy, if you want these purple earrings, I will redo them so they're not ruined and send them to you. If you want them, just send me a message on Facebook, or you can send me an email and send me your address and I will send them to you. Okay, so we're just putting this together really quick. I guess I should explain what I'm doing, but I'm just kind of going through it. Okay, so we have all three of our earrings, our faux leather pieces on there. We're going to add, it's hard to see. We're going to add that there, and then we're going to just take this. So I'm using right here, like this center piece, to attach and close. And there we have it. So take this ring tool off. What do we think of these? I want to try it. There's definitely a lot of texture, I think. What is going on there? I might need to clean that one up a little bit. But there's a lot of texture. I like that we did the chunky on the back, and then we have the smooth in the middle, and then like the lighter chunk. I think that turned out really good. Would make them smaller. Yeah, I would make them smaller too. I'm thinking if like the largest piece was this pink one size, that would look good. But they turned out fun. And thankfully I have lots of other pieces of faux leather to use. So let me switch back to me. Okay. Hey, I'm going to give it a second to catch itself so they're not buffering, and I'm going to get caught up on comments really quick. All right, so I hope that this answered a lot of your questions about working with faux leather. I hope it gave you the confidence you need if you weren't sure how, like, if you could do it, to just jump in and do it, and it's a lot of fun. And this kit, like I said, is super affordable, not sponsored at all. 143 Vinyl does also have faux leather, and you can always use code TF5 on 143 Vinyl. So if you're looking to place an order there, throw in a couple pieces of faux leather. I know that a lot of their colors are out of stock, but they still have some. The pink one, I'm losing my mind. The pink ones that I did are from 143. And then that Ariel one, so this one here, I will make some earrings with this. I think I'm just going to make some teardrop ones. Maybe I'll do matching earrings and hair bow. Goodness, words are hard. Hair bow for my daughter, so we could be matching on that. But I will post those over on Facebook later. But like I said, I think this first or second link in the description of this video is for that group on Facebook. So if you make any faux leather or HTV project this week, post it in that group. There's a giveaway post, just says giveaway. Post it in the comments there, and we'll do the drawing for that giveaway next week. I'll pick a winner on Friday, and then, oh, here it is. This is what we will be making next week. So we are going to be making these keychains. So I'll be sharing tips on working with glitter and UV resin, as well as how to do reverse weeding. So I will get, I believe, well, I know that I have all of the supplies needed for this project also in the description of the video. I have links to the page of my blog, which shows all of the projects that we're making, as well as all the supplies you need. So if you wanted to get in on that, I think the last week of the challenge is like June 4th, but that shows everything we're making and everything you'll need. And then I'll also include a link to that zebra design because it's from Design Bundles and it has a bunch of different animal patterns that you can do. So let me just get caught up really quick and then I will let you all go for the evening. Yes, faux leather, don't be scared at all. It seems intimidating because you hear the word leather, but it's really, really easy to work with. Yeah, it really is so easy to work with. Yeah, and reverse weeding, once you get the hang of it, is pretty easy, but it does take some practice. I have spent at least an hour and a half, if not longer, with just this design cut many times to get reverse weeding down. So I'm happy to share all of my fails and what worked best. So we'll be going over that next week, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern time, Friday night. But I'm going to let you all go. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments or reach out to me or post them in the Facebook group. And I would love to see the earrings or any other faux leather or HTV projects that you all make this week. So have a great night and we'll see you next week.